Well, still happy as ever. Okay, so it's Monday again. Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. What time is your work today?
I gotta go to work at 1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, how's your weekend?
Oh yeah, Saturday was my day off, so I met my
Mhm.
friend because one of my friends
Mhm.
live in Germany, and she just came
Oh.
back to, yes, she just came back to
Okay.
my country for months.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, so I just
Oh.
hang out with my friends, and Sunday I go to work. I went to work.
Mm. Always working. I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, wow, it's Monday again. A lot of people are feeling lazy on Mondays, right?
Yeah, right.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. So, I cannot remember our exact topic.
Ah, we did.
Somebody changed my bookmark.
We did parents. Oh no, parenting technique,
Ah,
and you said
parenting
we will
technique.
do that
Uh-huh.
again.
Wait a second. I will check where. Uh, did I give you the questions
No,
before?
no, you didn't.
I think you were asking, right?
Ah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You
Did you
gave me,
see?
but um, not everything.
Yeah, I cannot exactly remember the questions
Yeah,
that I
sure. I
also
totally
asked.
understand you.
Okay, I cannot totally. Hmm. Wait a second. What are the questions? Wait a second. Let me review our previous lesson, okay? So that I know
Okay.
what questions not to ask you again.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, parenting techniques. We are done with, oh, where are those? Parents need to attend parenting training course for raising children. Require good parents. Okay, drawbacks of children cared for by their parents. Fair for mothers to take care of the children every time. If I ask you a question,
Mhm.
okay, and you feel like you already, okay, discussed this with me
Mhm.
or you already answered it, just tell me, okay?
Okay.
I cannot totally remember everything.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, so we are still going to talk about parenting techniques. Okay?
Mhm. Okay.
Here's my next question. Oh, I better put it here so that I will not forget it.
Okay.
Questions. Okay. Questions. Um, what is the role of parents in raising children?
Well, parents and raising children.
Mhm.
At first, they teach children um, the basic rules of living, like how to eat the food,
Uh-huh.
or how to pee or poo or in the bathroom.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And um, second, they teach how to have a relationship with others. Um,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
how to close with their children.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yes, I think the most thing for parents, um, the best, uh, um,
Mhm.
yes,
Mhm.
their most, their the best important war as a parents
Mhm.
is how to is teach is teach them the basic things.
Basic things.
Yes.
Okay, basic things. Mm. Okay, has parental role changed over the years?
Mm,
Hmm.
even though how to teach, the way how to teach children is a lot changed, but I don't believe the role of parents is changed. It is just the same as I mentioned before.
Okay, all right. Who do you think is responsible for disciplining the children?
Mm, I think many people have that. Uh, Many people have that responsibility, like parents or teachers, and as an adult, they have more. I think every adult have that duty.
Okay. Could you give me what's the difference of punishing children nowadays from long time ago?
In the past, we usually used um, uh, what's that word? Mm, we usually used corporal education
Mhm.
because we just thought that is the best way to how to show uh, the parents um, um, how to show that parents are above you guys, like above children. But these days we um, uh, these days we consider that um, as a bad thing to children. So we rarely do that, and we teach them through proper education.
I'm confused with your last sentence. Can you say that again, please?
Okay. Just the last sentence.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I
Um,
want you to organize your thoughts. Your thoughts are jumbled actually, so I got
okay.
confused.
Uh, in
Mhm.
the past, we usually used corporal education because we just thought that is the best way to show children that like parents are always above you guys.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
these days, we consider that as un, uh, as a bad thing to children. So we usually use barber technique to teach children.
Okay. What's that verbal technique?
Like, um, um, we use we usually tell children like this was the wrong um this was wrong or this was right. Um,
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Mhm. All right. I see. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Children. What's um what are common parental techniques in
Mm.
disciplining children can be seen nowadays?
Can we see?
Mhm. What are common,
Mm-hmm.
okay, discipline techniques,
Mm-hmm.
okay, techniques can be seen nowadays?
Um, it depends on the age. Like in childhood, we usually use the timeout technique.
Mhm.
For example, like when children annoy parents with their unreasonable demands, the parent just bring them to the silent place or like corner, and
Mhm. Mhm.
they teach them um, they just hold their children to um, not to do any irritable behavior and teach
Mhm.
them with their um, consistent voice like you um, this was unreasonable so you cannot never do that but
Mhm. Mhm.
in but the children but in adulthood we rarely use that we just use them we just um, leave them freely because they
Mhm.
are
Mhm.
already adult. So
Mhm.
yes, so as I mentioned before, we usually use verbal technique if they do something wrong.
Mm. Okay. Mm. Okay. Children are exposed to a lot of people, different
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
Okay. Who do you think, okay, should take sole responsibility in teaching morality to a child?
Could you ask me again?
Hmm. Who do you think
Mhm.
should take the sole responsibility to
So,
teach a child morality?
um, um, I think every older people than children have that duty.
Mhm.
Like even though they are just 10 years old,
Mhm. Mhm.
they also have a responsibility to teach like 5 or 7 years old
Mhm.
children to teach the right behavior.
Mhm. What if, for example, your kid, okay, your
Mhm.
kid goes to school, and there are teenagers older than him,
Mhm.
and they are doing something that is against the school policy.
Uh-huh.
Those kids are older than your kid. Your kid is a kid, and a kid learns from people, okay, learns
Mhm.
from seeing and mimicking the actions of older people. What can you say about
Yes.
that?
Mm. You mean you just the children just mimic the um others'
The
behavior?
actions, yes. Mhm.
Mm. Mm. In my opinion, that is just natural reaction as a children because
Mhm.
they don't know what is right and what is wrong.
Mhm.
Mm,
Mhm. Okay. Mhm. So in that case, do you think that children these days are less responsible than in the past?
less responsible.
Mhm.
Um, less responsible. Um, I cannot understand the question.
Oh,
You
okay.
mean?
Like for example, okay,
Mm-hmm.
long time ago, kids are easily taught and
Mm-hmm.
are responsible. What about nowadays? Do you think they are less responsible
Mm,
or not?
mm, I think I don't think so. Um,
Mhm.
children is children are on ready to be taught state, so yeah, they are still same.
They are still the same.
Yes,
Okay. All right. Nowadays we teach children a lot.
yes.
Do you think children should also be taught to save money from their childhood?
Yeah, that I think that has a lot of the advantages if when they grow up to adults. Number
Mhm.
one, they can learn how to budget their spending or income,
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
and secondly, they can use their money efficiently.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't believe that is not early to teach children how to use the money. Yes.
Mhm. Mhm. But if the child is saving money, do you think should the parents buy everything their child asks for?
Oh, that won't be help that won't help children
Mhm.
because they will just demand everything in that case.
Mhm.
So that
Mhm.
is parents' role, um,
Mhm.
like classify what is really needed to children and what is
Mhm.
just their unreasonable demands.
Okay. Mhm. Mm. All right. Mm. Okay. Let's review your answers. Okay.
Okay.
I was asking at first about uh, the role of parents in raising children, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and you were saying that it is everybody's responsibility, right?
Mhm.
So they teach children the basic rules of living. That's what you said. I was looking for words like etiquettes and
Etiquette.
values,
Ah, etiquette. Yeah.
right? There.
Mm.
Moral values and other types of values. Okay, I was waiting for this.
Ah.
Okay, or the most basic one that you actually said is um, table manners.
Mhm.
Okay, so table manners. So that's still an etiquette. All right.
Yes.
Yes. Also, it's about the role of parent,
Mhm.
right? Oh, is that what the next question is? Yeah, it's about the role of parents changing. Yeah, actually, there are changes. The big one is that traditionally it's usually the women, but
Mhm. Yeah.
now it's both the women and the men.
Mhm.
That's one of the big changes, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Also, in some cases, nowadays we have a lot of babysitters because parents are at work, they are doing business and such. So who
Yeah.
takes care of the kids, the babysitters? So you can actually see some documentary that the kids are closer to their caretakers, the babysitters, than their own parents, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so that those are two of the main things I can point out. All right.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Now, wait a second. Where's my question? Who is responsible for disciplining children? hmm And you said that it's both parents. Okay.
Yeah.
And like, what is the disciplining technique? You mentioned corporal education. Nice
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
You were saying something about verbal technique to teach
Mhm.
children.
Mhm.
Verbal technique is a very vague word. Okay?
Mm.
So, how about this? Uh-huh. Okay, so we usually reprimand children verbally. Okay? Like, no,
Mhm.
don't do that.
Mhm.
Okay? Don't do
Oh.
that. Blah, blah, blah.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, so here, reprimand verbally.
Reprimand
Okay?
verbally. Does the
Okay?
reprimand mean teach?
No. Mhm. Okay. If you say reprimand, it means that you tell somebody that
Mhm.
they should not do something.
Ah. Okay.
Okay?
I see.
Like, you should not do that.
I
That's
see.
bad, right? Parents say, no, don't do that. That's bad, right?
Yeah.
No. That's why kids, when as they grow up, if the parent keeps saying, no, the first thing they learn, one of the most common words they say is no, 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 right?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
we say, no, don't do that. As parents, we say, no, don't do that, right? Yes,
Okay.
that's why that one of the fastest words or common words they say is no. All right.
Mm.
You mentioned something about adults, blah blah blah. I was looking for it's very close. Okay, for teenagers we have
Mhm.
this reward and consequences. Like,
Mhm.
fine, you have your own freedom. If you do good, if your
Mhm.
decision is good,
Mhm.
you get good results. That's your reward.
Mhm.
If you did bad, you
Mhm.
get bad results. You have to face the consequences. You're an adult now. You have to be responsible for
Mhm.
whatever you do. That's how we actually teach them, right?
Mhm.
You give
Yes.
them freedom, but they also have to be responsible, right, for their
Mhm.
actions.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm, okay. What else did I ask? Common discipline nowadays. You pointed out timeout. Yeah. Okay. Good. Mhm. Um, should take responsibility to the morality of a kid. I asked you this a while ago, right? So,
Yes.
the role of parents is very important, especially in teaching children morality. This is taught that it's already a common concept that the family is the first, institution where
Mhm.
children learn everything. Okay.
Mm.
Now, if the parents shows a good attitude, maturity, humbleness, honesty, okay,
Mhm.
that is what the child will learn. Okay, no
Mm.
matter what the kid sees outside. Okay,
Mm.
because he has the basic foundation, right?
Mm.
So when the child is abusive, right? The
Mhm.
child is a bully. Who do we blame? The parents. Oh, there must be something wrong with the parents, right? At
Mm.
school.
Yeah.
Ah, it's the parents' fault, right?
Mm.
Yes. That's why it's the parents' responsibility, not just anybody. Or maybe not
Mhm.
the parents, but the primary caretaker. Okay?
Mm. Okay.
Of course, it's not the teacher, because the teacher is the secondary parents. Okay?
Uh,
What they teach is subjects and additional etiquette in the
mhm.
society. But
Mm.
for personal etiquette, it's the parents' responsibility.
Mm.
Okay?
Okay.
Uh, what else did I? Wait a second, let me check my question. Common discipline should children responsible response teacher morality to the child. Yeah, I also asked you about children being less responsible nowadays than in the past.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Nowadays they have less responsibility.
Mhm.
Okay, because of the conditions, difference in conditions. Like, parents nowadays are busy with their career. They have less
Yes.
time to spend with their children.
You're right.
Basically, they cannot teach them right manners, moralities, and such. Okay,
Mhm.
so little by little, the children will become irresponsible in some cases.
Mhm.
Okay, like when the parents say, "Oh, do this," and then what do? They throw tantrum. Oh, I don't want to do that. Ish, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so that is actually a very negative sign that could usually lead to, social disasters and such. So when
Mhm.
they grow up, they are not a very good role example in the
Mm.
society. Okay, and
Okay.
also long time ago, not all countries are improved or developed. So
Mhm.
sometimes kids plays big role in
Mhm.
keeping the family well fed. So
Mhm.
they have to think, oh, I have to do this for my parents, I have to do this for my family and such, right?
Mhm. Right.
Yes. Okay, so we are not yet done. However, our time is up. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I will continue giving you more answers and tips on our next class regarding parenting techniques. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, questions, Jihya?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for
Okay.
today. Bye.
Okay. Have a great day. Bye bye.
You too.
Okay.